I be the change project for this year? I am going to be a YouthLink team lead for Peru. I have been a team lead once before to Thailand, which is why I'm wearing my Thailand team lead sweatshirt. We designed these and had them made. So one of the reasons is I've always really loved my experiences with YouthLink. I've had great times before, and so I felt ready for another go around, and I was ready for a challenge. So I thought team leading would be the way to go. And it's also a way that I can travel for free, which is great, because essentially I work for them for 8 months and then they comp my trip, which is amazing since, I just bought a house. I cannot afford to be going on expensive trips. Some milestones that I have for myself are to apply and get accepted, to maintain team members throughout the journey, and to plan meaningful monthly meetings. Okay, so the inspiration really came in September. I went to YouthLink's annual benefit with my friend Juliana. We go almost every year, and almost every year I think about signing up to be a team lead again. And then this year was the year. I was like, it feels like it's the right time. And I decided to go for it. So one of the essential skills for being a team leader is that you are cheerleaders for humanitarians. And I feel like I can do that well. I can help a young person be excited about service. Another quote from YouthLink is, our mission is to create lifetime humanitarians. And I think that's a really important thing that we need in the world. So I think YouthLink is different because we do service here locally in Utah before we go do service out in another country, because I think we need it here just as much as we need it anywhere else. So they really fit with that ideology that I have. In October, I applied, and I'm going to be honest, it's I know a lot of people apply for these positions. And so a little piece of me was like, maybe I won't get it. And then maybe I will just not have to do all of this work, and I'll have applied and I can still feel good about that. But then they accepted me. So here we go. I am the team lead for Peru. In November, we had our general orientation, so it's a huge meeting. It's not just our humanitarians, but their parents and everybody else. So that's one of the more intimidating meetings for me. Obviously, I do not mind speaking in front of a group of teenagers, but when their parents are there, that's just a whole different level of nervousness. So we had general orientation, and we met our team for the first time. In December, we had our very first team meeting. It was on the 21st, and I was like, nobody's going to show up. It's right before Christmas. They just aren't going to be there. And everybody showed up, and it was amazing. We had such a good time. It was really helpful. The only picture that came out of it of me, because I took all the pictures, was this glorious photo right here. They were all in a circle and needed to scan a QR code, and I was in the way, so I got out of the way. But it went really well. In the coming months, we have a Big Brothers Big Sisters clothing drive. So each member on the team has to collect 500 pounds of clothing for Big Brothers Big Sisters, and then we donate it, and they give us money in return, and it's how we pay for our projects when we get to Peru. So it's a big deal. We've been working on it a lot. We've been filling up this space in my basement, and it's almost to the ceiling. So I already have my 500 pounds, as does my assistant team lead. This is Sienna. She's also my cousin. So I'm going to give you a little bit of the experience. Everybody stand up. Okay, when I toss it to you and your desk partner, catch it together and then pass it to the person behind you. And it's going to snake around the room. So it'll get to the back, come up to the front, back around, and it's going to end up over here with Carson and Tessa. Okay, catch it together, pass it on. Oh, goodness. Oh, I did. Sure. Everybody, we're all in this together. Micah, focus. Okay, I brought you all the light ones. I have much heavier ones in my basement, but these are the most recent ones that were given to me, and I was like, oh, this will be perfect because it's just comforters in there. That's what we do. So the team all shows up on the same day and brings all 500 pounds of their bags, and then we just farm a huge line, and we all toss them into this giant semi-truck. They weigh it, and then that's how we get the funds for our projects. So I thought I would give you a little taste of what that's like, but it would be a lot heavier and for a lot longer time. So I am excited for this. It's been really good so far. The positive difference is I'm spending a lot of time with one of my best friends. She's my assistant team lead. Also my cousin, as I mentioned, and she's quite young, and this is her first time in like a leadership position like this, and so I'm watching her overcome her stage fright, if you will, because she gets really afraid to speak in public, and she has to do that as part of this. And I'm also meeting new people and challenging myself. So I have really enjoyed it so far, and thank you.